With so many different pathways available to students, it can be difficult to know where to start. So our careers programme at Newman College is geared towards exposing students to the range of different pathways available to them. Now in Year 12, this is done through a combination of assemblies, workshops, drop-down days and work experience in order to ensure that students can make the most informed choice. In Year 13, students will have already been in receipt of this programme, and our focus now is on any students that are wanting to get their applications in for university for 2022 entry. The deadline for 2022 entry is January the 26th, so not much time left, and we encourage any parents of Year 13s who are considering going to university to get that application in with their head of year as soon as possible. Now, for Year 13s that are as yet undecided about their future pathway, our focus now is on supporting them with individual careers advice through our careers advisor to ensure that they too can make the best decisions for themselves moving forward. We are also focusing on those students who are planning on internships and applying for current apprenticeships. So in terms of the different pathways that are available to students, post-18, students can engage in further education, higher education, apprenticeships, go straight into employment, do sort of on-the-job training, so a combination of employment with a qualification, or gap year and volunteering. Now, during the course of this video this evening, we will explore the most popular pathways that our students typically embark upon, and that includes university, foundation degrees, particularly in art, apprenticeships, and a little bit of emphasis on gap year and volunteering, which can be done in combination with those pathways. So just to explain the qualification levels and how different kinds of post-18 pathways correspond with it. Our students are currently studying for level 3 qualifications, so either doing A-levels, BTECs, or a combination of both. Now, various courses correspond to different levels in the National Qualification Framework. The framework itself actually goes right the way up to 8, and 8 is doctorate level or PhD level. So in terms of post-18 options, if your child is considering doing a higher national certificate or a singular foundation year like foundation art, that would correspond to the first year of a degree, which would be level 4. Some foundation degrees are 2-year and correspond to the first 2 years of a full degree, levels 4 and 5. And that will be the same for higher national diplomas or HNDs. If your child is considering doing a higher level apprenticeship, these broadly correspond with level 4. But if your child is considering doing a degree level apprenticeship, this will go all the way up to level 6, which is the full degree, or indeed even up to level 7, which is master's level. Any student that is applying through UCAS to do a degree level course will be working towards a level 6 qualification. Now, whichever pathway students decide they want to pursue, we are here to offer specialist support in each of those areas. So we have specialist CV writing and personal statement writing for apprenticeship pathways. We have one-to-one careers advice with our in-house careers advisor, Amanda Carroll, and we also offer specialist support for students that want to pursue applications to Oxbridge, as well as those who are considering the medicine, veterinary, dentistry pathway. So we are able to really tailor that careers advice, really tailor that support to individual needs amongst our students. Regardless of the pathway that students decide to embark upon, it will be essential that they can stand out amongst other applicants in order to ensure they can secure those places. And the main advice we have for students is the following. Engage in relevant work experience, not just any old work experience, something that is relevant to the course you're applying for or indeed your intended career path. And we'll talk about work experience later on in a later segment, but it is absolutely central to any application to any pathway. Demonstrating that you have leadership qualities, and this could be through taking on leadership roles within college. We have a number of clubs and societies, that are all student run within the college, and getting involved in these and making a difference, whether you're leading on fundraising or taking on a specific role of responsibility within those societies, can demonstrate to universities, apprenticeship providers, employers, that you have particular leadership skills that you are honing and developing. Thirdly, students can engage in wider subject enrichment, and this could be through tackling challenging academic reading in their subject, and they can consult their subject teachers for advice on suitable text to do this, and the reading lists they've already been provided in their courses. It could be that they decide to engage in MOOCs, or massive online courses, massive online open courses, and these are subject specialist courses that can be completed over a matter of hours or piecemeal over several weeks, but they result in students achieving either some sort of certification or recognition of a completion of a wider subject enrichment course that they can put towards their applications. And because this takes additional dedication outside of the students' prescribed courses, it's demonstrative of a student's commitment, again, to the pathway that they are planning on undertaking, and can be very beneficial. Fourthly, students can opt to pursue particular awards in order to demonstrate that they are a well-rounded individual. Now this may include things like the Duke of Edinburgh's award scheme, or for those who are wanting to demonstrate their subject prowess further, it may be engaging in subject-specific challenges and gaining certification for that. So how can students find these experiences, record these experiences? Well, our main platform post-18 for recording experiences and researching different pathways is Unifrog. Now, students have already received their logins for Unifrog, and it is a means of them being able to search for different pathways, search for specific courses, specific universities, specific apprenticeships, specific foundation degrees, and internships. And it's a means of them not only researching whether those areas are the right thing for them, but it's also a means of them being able to log all of the experiences that they are developing throughout year 12 and throughout year 13. So, for example, work experience can be recorded here. Those MOOC courses, those massive online courses we just talked about, these can be searched and completed through Unifrog and evidenced via Unifrog. It is also a very, very useful means for students to engage with webinars and engage with the latest vacancies in things like internships and apprenticeships. So please encourage your young person to utilise Unifrog, and perhaps consider logging in with them to see if that will support them make their shortlists for their career paths, make their university shortlists, their apprenticeship shortlists, etc. So our next segment will focus on the different pathways in a bit more detail and how the application process works for those.